Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this kit is called Sand and Seashells. This was a limited edition kit for the month of June, I believe June of 2020 from Nikki Plus 3. So here I'm just showing you guys what the kit looks like. And yeah, there we go. Let's get into it. All right, and on Monday, we had our appointment to go get our marriage license. So here I'm putting down the sticker from the wedding bucket list sheet from Crafts by Thaowie, and I'm using the marriage license script from Scribble Prints Co. Showing you a little foil action there. First thing Monday morning, it was a glorious morning that day. I was like, oh my God. It's coming very quickly. So here I'm marking down my meeting on Mondays and Thursdays. I have my risk management meeting with my team. So here I used the meeting script from Paper Trails Plans, and then that computer is from the Pretty Pink Co. On my break, I did have to run to the post office, so that is a unfoiled postal service truck from Letters to Apollo that I got in a grab bag. And I can't see what I'm doing here. We'll move it up eventually. Oh, I marked down I went to Starbucks. So the cup is from the kit, and then the Starbucks script is from Lilac and the Plans. And then once I move this down, I can see. So I'm doing this at work. Okay, there we go. So I washed some dishes later on that night. Of course, blah. I'm using these the Pretty Pink Co. bow dividers to put on top of all of my boxes there. And then later on, I was just looking at programs, and I ordered programs because last minute we decided, oh yeah, let's do programs now, because at first we weren't. It was a hot mess. This week was a hot mess, okay? Just know I cried a lot. I cried a lot. And I cried a lot. Okay, on to Tuesday. I did have a dentist appointment early morning before I started work as well. So the dentist appointment script is from the Station Stickers, and then the tooth icon is from Crafts by Thaowie. I was wearing Invisalign, and then probably the last year and a half I really fell off. And at that point I was like, well, if I'm not really wearing them, I might as well just go ahead and get my buttons off. So I got them off, which made sense too, especially considering I was getting married. I needed them buttons not to be on my teeth. Okay, so the neck coffee cup is from the Planning City rather, and then I just put one of the little heart deco pieces from Honey Inked into there. Again, went and got more Starbucks. It was a Starbucks heavy week, and I think I went more times this week and I just didn't mark it. So just know Starbucks was saving my life a little bit this week, mainly because I was emotional. The phone icon is from Crafts by Thaowie, marking that I had so many dang calls that day from work. It was ridiculous. The consult calls, when they come in, it seems like everybody just know that you will know that I'm on particularly, and they call a million times. So here is kind of out of frame, but I did mark that I was in my feelings within my feelings script from Lilac and the Plan with some wine, because I definitely drank wine that day. It was terrible. Just know it was terrible. And then we also figured out the seating arrangement, and then I finally found somebody that I like to do our escort cards, which was terrible because originally I was going to do them myself to save money, and then I started freaking out, and then I went over to talk to him, and I just started boo-hooing, and he's just like, babe, just order them. Don't matter, just order them, because I don't want you sitting here crying like this about some escort cards. It was a mess. So I ended up ordering them, and they were beautiful. If I remember, I will link the shop down in the description box. It was from Etsy. So then, of course, what happens the next morning? I'm up at 4 o'clock. Why? I don't know. But I marked it on a piece of washi, and then that's a bit from Elaine Michelle Studios. So then, since I was up, I just watched YouTube, and I think I watched Shanice and some other plan playing with me's and some hauls. Like I was just playing catch up. The YouTube icon is from the Pretty Pink Co, and the YouTube binge script is from Lilac on the Plans. Then here I layered a foil mandala from Sadie stickers, and then that heart with a butterfly circle is from Letters to Apollo, and then the rings are from Crafts by Thaowie. Within some of the deco pieces from the Pretty Pink Co and Honey Ink. To mark that I ordered the ring box that I got for the ceremony. And then I placed down a full box, and then I just put down again more console calls, same exact way I did on Tuesday. And then because that was really it that I had to mark, I decided to make like a little scene, which I thought was a great idea. So I had to make sure I kept it in my mind to do the same thing on the other side. And all of those came from Honey Ink. Some of the Seashells was on Rachel of Gather's Plans freebie that I had ordered, and I ordered it in gold, not even thinking about this kit. And when I decided to go through and figure out what kits I wanted to use for the rest of the summer, I said, well, let me use this because it's an older format. Let me go ahead and get rid of it. And then when I was going through my stuff, I said, yo, I got that freebie. So it worked out perfect. I done missed what I put at the top of Thursday. So guys, let me see. It probably... Okay, Siri interrupted me and stopped the voiceover, a hot mess. So at the top of Thursday, I marked my meeting again. I had another series event, which annoyed me to no other. And then I had put that I met up with my mom. Well, my mom actually came to me, and then we drove over to my grandparents' house because my grandmom, not really by trade, but she learned how to sew from like her grandmother and her mother. And she did alterations for my mom's dress for the wedding. So we went to go for her to try it on and to pick it up. And we just stayed over there and we talked with them for a bit to catch up on some things. I had told them about the rehearsal. And then my grandma gave me she gave that to me. No, she gave it to me at the rehearsal. So we'll get back to later. And then after that, we went to Wawa because I was hungry. And I already knew, hubby, I know he didn't eat. I'm like, I bet he didn't eat. And as soon as we got home, well, I called him and said, oh, you want some? He was like, oh, I said, I told my mom, I said, I told you your son didn't eat. I don't feed him, especially when he home. His ass don't eat. It be a hot mess. A whole mess. So this Friday that I'm working now, I ended up getting one of my best friends to go with my mom and I. And we drove back up to New York because it was time to go back to Kleinfeld so I can do my final fitting, which is crazy. And now thinking about it, I may go back and change that and actually write final dress fitting, but you'll see I'm going to change all of that up. I was excited because when we walked in, the consultant that helped me pick the dress, I saw her. She was on her lunch. So I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad that I finally ran into you again. And we took a picture. And she said, all right. She said, I'm going to come down and see you. And I was like, okay. So I took pictures with her. And I also took pictures with my seamstress as well. And I'm going to do like a video montage of some sorts of all of my experiences going up to Kleinfeld to try on my dress. I thoroughly enjoyed my experience, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get myself back up there. It's a mess, but yes, I just changed it up just because I felt like the floral it seemed a bit weird. And even though here too, I may go back and change this, and if I do, I'll post the pictures up on Instagram. But I had put the walk because the seamstress wanted to make sure as I walked, things looked right. And she put like a veil on me, and she gave me like her little bouquet that she had down there. And as soon as I saw that, I just started crying. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then my best friend, like, she's seen like videos and pictures when I first picked the dress, but this was her first time seeing me in the dress. So as soon as she pulled back the curtain, she started crying, and I started crying. I'm just like, oh my God, this is terrible. And my mom was like, see, this is why y'all friends. My mom, she a OG. She ain't cry at all me, my mom, my sister, my friend. Listen, we all boo-hoo, cried, okay? So yeah, and then ironically, it was like restaurant week in New York. So he's like, oh, let's see where we're gonna go. And you know what we did? We went to Sylvia's. It was funny. And we never run into somebody actually that my friend and I went to high school with. It was so funny. And the girl, her husband was like, he turned around, he's like, do y'all really know her? We was like, no, for real. We all went to the same high school. It was so funny. Okay, back to the plans. So Saturday, I had to do a grocery run, and then I had a cabinet meeting for my Easter Star chapter. I had another meltdown like right before we ended up starting late because I could not like get my life together, and he was like trying to talk me off the ledge, and I just felt like I felt like I was losing my shit this week. It was terrible. After that, we did end up running to Men's Warehouse because I'm such a bad wife. I had an idea for him to wear a black silk shirt for the ceremony, and I thought that was just something that you can buy, and I think I started looking it up and then not. So trying to find one was terrible because even on that Saturday, even on that day when we went back to New York, I was looking for shirts up there, but Men's Warehouse up there said, oh, you can probably rent one. That wasn't the case, but I was still able to at least find a black tuxedo shirt for him to rent. So we ended up going there and doing that, squaring that away, which was perfect. And then we went over to one of his Masonic brothers' house afterwards to kind of just kind of play catch up. They was just like, seeing how we were doing or whatever the case may be. And it was good because I really needed to laugh because I was like crying all week long. Now, what's funny is on Sunday, I wrote nothing down. I said, oh, crap. So I know the majority of the stuff is I'm going to sleep in, so I marked that. I got that new script from Lilac Plans in my clearance order that I placed. I'll make sure I link that haul for you guys. We chilled, so I used that little chair from Crafts by Thaowie. And I know I was on Instagram because I'm always on Instagram, so I used that Instagram icon from Lilac Plans as well. And here I'm changing it, and I'm mad because I ripped the paper. But I was just kind of like going through the checklist in my planner and then going through the checklist on the knot.com just to make sure we were kind of like squaring things away. And then you're going to see me. I want to shift things and move it up because I wanted to do that little same thing I did on the first half of the week with the rest of the pieces off of that Honey Ink freebie that I got by Rachel. So I'm just going to shift some things up to make it not look so crowded right there. But yeah, this week, like I said, I was terribly crying and emotional the entire week, and it kind of continued, I think, into the next week, which actually will be the wedding week, and I am so excited to like put the stuff down on the paper and to talk about it. And again, I'm so nervous because I want it to really look good. And I may do like a full talk through. I don't know. I may not because sometimes I feel like when I do a talk through, it may be a 2-hour plan with me, and nobody got time for that. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys' patience because I know it's been a lot, and child, I'm trying to catch up, but I want to do a little pan over. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this spread, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.